the gullible guy.
Gentlemen, that is our show for the night. I want to thank my guest, Christopher Matthews. Thanks for being here. America's Talking in Depth, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 on America's Talking. I also want to thank Scott Thompson for delivering in a big way tonight. Folks, our apologies to David Greenberger. We ran out of time, but we'll have him on the show real soon. And my thanks to Andy Richter, the Max Weinberg 7. Folks, stay tuned for Later with Craig Kinnear. Greg's guest tonight is Garry Marshall. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Sally, could someone else become you?
Tonight, it's Garry Marshall. He's at the NBC studios in Burbank, and he's later with Craig Kinnear.
Thank you. Welcome down. Like President Clinton vowing to protect Haiti because he digs that killer weed. This is later. Welcome down, everybody. We got a good show for you here tonight. My name is Greg Kinnear. I am convinced, beyond a doubt, that I would have won a Nobel Prize this year if they had had a category in square dancing. And yet, for some reason, I'm going on with the show anyway. We got a couple of bits and pieces from the news you may have missed today. A woman in Halifax, Massachusetts has been accused of locking, this is upsetting, locking her 3 children in cages airlines normally use to transport dogs and animals. The kids have been removed from the house, but according to the mom, Diane Fabiano, you're about to meet her right now, they were just, you know, they were just playing.
3 young boys in Massachusetts have been removed from their home after 2 of them were locked in portable dog cages like the airlines use.
Humongous things that the kids played in. They enjoyed them. And the only time they were ever put in there is when they were so hyper they got mean.
Yeah. Or when she ran out of bamboo shoots. It was, you know, it was one of the other. Unbelievable. Hey, moms, nothing will rid a child of that mean streak quicker than a trip to the dog cage. Really? Lighten their spirits up with a little airline food while you're at it there, for crying out loud. Jury selection has continued on the O.J. Simpson trial today. Yesterday, Judge Ito, I guess, was getting very, very upset because they only got through questioning of 4 prospective jurors. Here's an update on the fireworks that have been going on outside the range of the TV cameras. Watch this.
Jury consultant Paul Lisnick, who is working as an analyst for NBC News, says there's been a bit of sparring by the opposing lawyers.
In one instance, we had the prosecution accusing Johnny Cochran of putting subliminal messages in the questions about a hung jury.
Oh, I think they're being a little paranoid. I mean, the question was pretty straightforward. It said, "Are you aware Marcia Clark once dated Satan?" And it was very straightforward. There is any truth in these subliminal stuff. It is sick that somebody would even do that or even participate in that kind of blatant. A new study. It's working. A new study in London says that drinking alcohol may actually be good for you. Hey, there's something to applaud. Yeah. According to the study, 1 or 2 drinks a day not only will get you plowed, but it will help you reduces. I guess what I'm saying is first of all, it's not good for retention. apparently reduces your risk of getting certain vascular diseases by 1/6. Here's Dr. Richard Dull.
1 or 2 drinks a day reduces the risk of a whole range of diseases of the arteries, the heart attacks, cerebral thrombosis, aortic aneurysm, all sorts of diseases that we call vascular diseases are actually protected against to some extent by a regular consumption of alcohol.
Yes, indeed. Now you kids finish your vodka or no dessert. You know, I got to tell you, I hope this study is true because I am so drunk right now. I'm plowed. I am, though, I must say, I'm a little skeptical of this study because it also showed that crack cleared blocked nasal passages and restored free breathing. So you never know whether to believe these, do you? Huh? Do you? Move on. Move on to the next joke. Thanks. Finally tonight, General Raul Cedras left Haiti for Panama just this morning. Already he's in a new line of work. He's a landlord, as it turns out, folks. I kid you not, this is amazing. They just said today, apparently the U.S. government has agreed to rent 3 houses from Cedras. Here's U.S. Embassy spokesman Stanley Schrager right now.
In order to facilitate the smooth transition for the arrival of President Aristide, the United States government has agreed to rent property from General Cedras. The rental will be determined at fair market value, and the property will be used by U.S. personnel in Haiti and sublet to other tenants.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have some takers on this, aren't we? This is prime Haitian real estate here. Come on down. Apparently, I guess, though, they're pretty nice places. They got nice Caribbean views, hot and cold running blood. And now we've got a place to exile Dan Quayle. So, we got to do a quick break, folks. We're going to bring Garry Marshall out here and show you a little film work of mine right after this. Don't go away.
You're a vampire who never knew what life was until it ran out in a red gush over your lips.
They live for the pleasure, the passion, the thrill.
The story you told me is incredible. It's amazing.
And they will live forever.
Don't make me do this. I cannot!
Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Interview with the Vampire. Rated R. Starts Friday, November 11th at a theater near you.
My dad has been my dentist since my first tooth has come in, and this is the first toothpaste that he's ever sent me.
Introducing Tartar Control Mentadent, the most complete tartar control toothpaste.
It's tartar control. It has the fluoride, baking soda, and peroxide that my dad believes in. Yeah, he asked me, are you using the Mentadent? Yes, Dad.
Tartar Control Mentadent helps you brush away plaque on teeth around the gum line and helps stop tartar before it forms.
It leaves you with a very clean, refreshing feeling.
New Tartar Control Mentadent.
It has everything.
Now, to each man who shaves, there's an edge all his own. Only Edge Gel has 8 custom formulas, from tough beards to sensitive skin, for a close, comfortable shave. Ultimate closeness, ultimate comfort. That's the Edge.
To soothe athlete's foot, Desinex does it. But to cure athlete's foot, Desinex does it. Only Desinex has UDA to both soothe the discomfort and kill the fungus. To soothe and cure, Desinex does it all.
Mr. Clint Black. Ernie Keebler? Yes, sir. We heard how much you liked our Wheatables, so I brought you a box. There they are! Come on! Oh, my. The Wheatables!
Wheatables? Yeah!
Some crackers. Catch the unbeatable Wheatables country tour. See stores for exciting offers.
We're going to bring out Garry Marshall here momentarily. He's a big film director. You know, people are always asking me when I'm going to go out and do movies, and the truth is I already got some pretty big action happening over in the Soviet Union, or former Republic states. Here's a little bit of the last big foreign film I starred in, subtitled for your convenience. It's called Boris Gumps. I think you'll enjoy it.
Тут столько виски, хоть залейся, а ты говорил ни капли. Откроем ящичек.
Я головой отвечаю за этот груз. Не вздумай прикасаться ни к одному из этих ящиков.
Ну пусти, болтун.
Ты что?
Вот я его сейчас.
Лобо!
Отвяжись от меня.
Последний раз говорю. Не смей открывать ящик. Буду стрелять. Лобо!
Лоба, что с тобой? Гомс?
Как вы смели использовать Самрад для перевозки контрабандного золота? Кому оно принадлежит?
Ты бы никогда не догадался, что у тебя в трюме, капитан. Но раз уж так получилось, мы возьмем тебя в компаньоны. Сколько ты хочешь слитков?
Замолчите, негодяй! За все золото в мире вы не сможете купить честь и совесть капитана Чавлы.
Ты же не глупый человек, капитан. Пора уже выбросить из головы все это бессмыслицу, это дребедень о чести и совести. Пока полон силы, есть возможность. Нужно обеспечить себе старость. Бери ящик. Бери 2, 3. Сколько сможешь унести к себе в каюту, все будет твоим.
Запрете этого наглого контрабандиста. Я свяжусь с морской полицией.
Взять капитана. Галла!
Я здесь?
Командовать будешь ты! Захватить корабль!
Yeah, well, it's a living. You know why they hired me? My facial hair. My guest tonight is a true Hollywood legend. Among his film directing credits, Pretty Woman, Frankie and Johnny, The New Exit to Eden, and for television he created, wrote, produced, and directed Happy Days, Mork and Mindy, The Odd Couple of Vern and Shirley, and Joni Loves Chachi, based on my disturbing teenage love affair with Joan London. Ladies and gentlemen, Garry Marshall. I'm so excited to have you here, not only because we wanted to have you on the show, but the timing is great because just yesterday Jeffrey Katzenberg and Steven Spielberg and David Geffen have announced they're forming this huge new production studio. What do you think of this?
I talked to Jeffrey today. I think it's great to have a new studio. It means more work for more people.
You talk to those guys?
Yeah, they talk once in a while. Not long. They're the masters of the one-minute phone call. But I suggested a new name for the company called Try Harder.
Ah!
You know, that's just going to be the company. So, no, because these three guys, they work harder than anybody else in the business. So you try start, try back. Try Harder is going to be a good, they'll do it. They're very good.
And at least they're not all control freaks either.
I worked with Jeffrey on Pretty Woman, Beaches, and, you know, he said, okay. But, no, they're really three of the best. So let's hope it makes the industry better and you get better product. These people deserve it.
Yeah. Now, you're not referring to Boris Gumps, are you? Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
I thought you looked good as a sailor.
Oh, thank you.
What always happens is you see a clip, you know, the actor sends you the clip, and the producer always looks and says, I like the guy who was dying. Get me the guy who was dying on the floor. And the poor actor said, wait, what about me?
I want to talk about some of your old TV work. Before we do that, though, this announcement yesterday was pretty big. It was huge, actually, I guess, in terms of the industry. Are the studios concerned at all? The Warner Brothers? Does it really affect them?
Well, it means another competitor in the marketplace. So I think they will, it's good for them. They get frightened, they make better products. That's what I think, truly. I mean, I think it would be better for the industry to have these three people involved. I mean, they opened a restaurant with each other. They Dive, is it called? That's why Tom Hanks said the company should be called Dive, the company. But I think truly it's good, seriously.
Would you do Pretty Woman? I know you've been talking about a sequel to Pretty Woman. Do you have to do that at Disney?
Yes, they own it.
Probably want you to do it over there.
Not much with Roman numerals, but Pretty Woman 2 is being written actually now, and we'll see. We made a pact, Julia, Richard, and I, that we would do it together rather than just one of us. So we'll see what happens.
Some of your early work, you started out as a writer on the Dick Van Dyke Show, and you did cameos as well, right?
I acted a little bit, yes. I did. I was never sure I would be hired, so I said, I will do all things. See, somebody will hire me for something.
Right. Were you comfortable doing it?
It was okay. It was all right. I still do it once in a while. I did a couple of movies. I enjoy it. It actually makes me a better director because I know what the actor's going through and when he's tired and hot. And I know when I'm an actor and director doesn't talk to me, talks to somebody else, I get very lonely. So then I know to do that myself. So I always know who I'm talking. I can see it out of the corner of my eye. I'm talking to this one, and then I see this one sulking. So I go over, oh, I love you two. Because director has to be kind of a father figure, psychiatrist, and then you direct. After you do that, the first two.
Well, here's a little bit of your early work when you were learning how to direct through acting. Take a look at this from Dick Van Dyke. You're the ref.
I'm the.
Now, what is happening here?
Dick is punching. I'm trying to count him out. He was trying to win Mary's love in that episode.
You think, as television, do you think it's changed a lot? You've started with some of these older shows. Obviously, it's changed a lot. But in terms of the sitcoms today versus what you were doing back then.
Well, I was the king of the 8 o'clock slot. I'm so excited to be on at this hour. My whole career was on at 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
See what it feels like?
Late at night. Hey! But
nothing feels better than 3:30 in the morning.
Yes, hi. No, it changed. The censorship, of course, changed. When we were actually on Happy Days, we wanted to talk about this girlfriend of Fonzie's, who wanted to make sure she was a virgin, and we couldn't say the word virgin. So
really, that was
not allowed. And then she was a virgin. She wasn't a virgin, and he said a line. Well, she was pure. She was as pure as snow, but she drifted, and they wouldn't let us do that either. So we couldn't hardly say anything. And then, you know, everything was very touchy in those days. Even on The Odd Couple. The Odd Couple the first year, we won so many awards with Odd Couple. Jack Klugman, Tony Randall were great, but the network didn't like the ratings, so they did this research, and they came up with the fact that the audience thought they were homosexuals. They handed me a piece of paper from someplace in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We did a test. They think they're homosexual. Put more girls in the show. So I put my sister in the show. I got her a job. I figured that's the way to solve it. That's how she got the job.
Really? Did they actually approached you and said they were concerned that people...
Seriously concerned. Let them date more often. So on purpose, what we did, you know, I don't like to be... I don't yell back. I'm not a yeller. But every week, I told Jack and Tony, they would do a special clip in the middle of the show where they would hug each other and kiss and do it. And we would send that to the people in New York. And they would call up on the phone. What was that? We saw a scene. They hugged. Where? When was that? You know, and it made them crazy altogether. I'd like to make people crazy rather than shout.
Do you think with shows like that, Mark and Minnie, The Odd Couple, whatnot, if they came on the fall schedule here in 1994, how would they do?
Well, I think Robin Williams would be great any time. He's one of the great geniuses of comedy. We had a chance to mount him right in Mork and Mindy. I think Laverne and Shirley was the perfect time in history. There were no blue-collar women on television. Laverne and Shirley, I think, was the only sitcom that ever made its debut in the #1 spot. It was the perfect time to bring on Laverne and Shirley. I think Penny and Cindy is so funny that they probably could make it on Laugh today. Happy Days is a little soft for today, but I see some of the, you know, Full House, Step by Step. I think it still would have had a slot. The actors, you know, television is saying, let me into your home. I always try to create characters and let them into somebody's house, because there's some people who say, I don't want them in my house, get out of here. But I think if you have characters, and I think my shows had those characters because I cast it well, not because I was so smart.
Do you watch a lot of television yourself now?
Yeah, I watch television. I'm a big sports fan, but I try to check it out.
What shows do you look on you don't like right now?
I don't like the news much, Greg. They're getting crazy. What are they doing fine with this. You know, that's why we have to come up with new stories, because you can't top Mrs. Bobbitt and Tanya Harding. You know,
Right.
if I wrote that, you would say, Garry, you're over the top. But this is what they're doing.
Oh, I don't mind exercising a little bit of cutting some of it down, but don't take away Bobbitt from us, please.
You like that? Oh, actually, it was the best thing that ever happened to comedians.
Yeah,
Bobbitt.
yeah, exactly.
Everybody had material.
We got to do a quick break. We'll be right back with Garry Marshall.
You ready, Myrna? Sheldon's waiting in the car.
Okay, oh, you've never met my family?
No.
This is my sister, Verna Turner, and my brother, Werner Turner.
How do you do?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Sounds like stereo.
Those loud announcers on TV.
It's all just fabulous. What
Are they born with those voices? Like any household pest, the most you can hope for is to control them. So Magnavox makes televisions with the exclusive Smart Sound feature, which keeps loud announcers from being so loud. Hey, we make technology people want. Magnavox. Smart. Very smart.
The dermatologist said there's no cure for dry skin, but there is Curel.
Clinical tests prove Curel moisturizes better than even Lubriderm or Carry.
Curel sure feels like a cure to me.
Until there's a cure, there's Curel.
Now, to each man who shaves, there's an edge all his own. Only Edge Gel has 8 custom formulas, from tough beards to sensitive skin, for a close, comfortable shave. Ultimate closeness, ultimate comfort. That's the Edge.
Who offers the lowest possible insurance rates? Based on a report in the LA Times, lower than Farmers, lower than Allstate, lower than Auto Club, and in many cases even lower than State Farm or 20th Century? Auto insurance specialists. For over a quarter of a century, AIS has saved hundreds of thousands of people millions of dollars. If you're ready for the lowest possible auto insurance rates and high-quality service, call 1-800-772-4AIS.
The Ford dealers told me about a great way to get a car. You lease it for just 2 years, and then you can buy it. Or you can walk away and get something new. You know, this is a great excuse to do something really crazy, kind of like get a new Mustang. Hey, it's only a couple of years, okay? I love this love it or leave it plan.
Don't fight him! Let me go! I made a mistake! You're under arrest!
Sheila, read her her rights. Make sure she understands.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Stop it! Hey! Stop it! Let go! Hey! Come on! That's it! You're gonna tell us where we are? No! 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 No!
We're back with Garry Marshall. That's a scene from the new film, Exit Eden.
That's right.
What is Eden?
Eden is an island created by Anne Rice in her book, Exit Eden, where you come there, it's like a lovely hotel, it's like a Club Med, and you're allowed to act out your sexual fantasies under in a controlled way. And we have this story about those were Rosie O'Donnell and Dan Aykroyd, who are 2 undercover cops. They're very straight cops out of L.A., and they have to go to this undercover in this island, and they're, you know, Dad is very straight and Rosie is open to it. But you know, you saw that on Frankie and Johnny, nobody after that picture wanted their costume. In this movie, everybody wanted their costume.
Yeah.
Every costume
I
they
know.
did.
I used to wear leather on this show for a while, actually.
You wore leather?
Do these places really exist?
I don't think so. I think they exist in Anne Rice's mind.
I'm not asking for myself, thank you. I was just...
Well, after the film, who knows? You know, the way people put things together. No, it's really part of the 90s and the change of a woman's position in the 90s. Women are a little more aggressive sexually. I don't know if you met some, but there are. And they have fantasies now. They're allowed. Anne Rice writes about women's fantasies and men's fantasies also. But that's what it's about, that you can have a fantasy in this day, and it's good to talk about. It's a great date movie.
Well, Rosie O'Donnell was on a couple of days ago, and she said that she was actually your second choice behind Sharon Stone. Is that true?
That's true. She was the backup to Sharon Stone.
Now, no offense, but that's almost like going from Mel Gibson to Danny DeVito or something. I mean, that's... Well, I mean, I love Rosie, but they're just totally different.
I know. I know Sharon Stone. We talks to me also. We talk on the phone. And she was interested in doing something comical. So I said, you know, I got an undercover cop in this movie, Sharon.
You said this to Sharon?
Sharon, right. Yeah. And she said...
Did she ask about me?
I can't remember. She asked about Greg, somebody. I think it was, let's say...
That's close enough.
Close enough. She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
But then she couldn't do it. She had to do another picture. And then one of my friends suggested Rosie O'Donnell. I had worked with Rosie in League of Their Own, my sister's picture, and I knew her. Yeah. And I said, why not? Let's try a new way to go, and would you please put on the concert? I said... We didn't even speak. Somebody said, Garry can't get Sharon Stone. He wants you. Would she take it? She said, I'll take it in a minute. She was there. It was hard to get the guy. None of the macho guys wanted to...
Not a lot of time. Were they comfortable strapping on leather?
Well, we got them to do it by saying that this would create fantasies for people all over America. So they went for that. But they were... Rosie and Dan are not nude. Dana Delaney, a wonderful girl, and Paul McCura, they do some nudity. He does have nudity. That's why it's an R. Good.
We'll do a quick break and be right back with Garry Marshall in the later letter after
this. Years ago, the world belonged to the dinosaurs.
Within a couple months, he had gone through the Hooked on Phonics, and we could not stop him from reading every book he could get his hands on.
Hooked on Phonics answered two of my prayers, really, for him. It gave him confidence. He's a different child now. And it made him a person who loves to read. We really believe that any child can benefit from Hooked on Phonics.
Call 1-800-ABCDEFG.
Just a whistle stop from Cincinnati. There's a place you can still hear the clickety-clack of the old Wabash Cannonball. Or catch the Golden Arrow to Calais, all in the same room. It's the Garden Railway Company, a favorite destination for train buffs the world over. But if you go, bring your love of the steel wheels and your Visa card. Because at Garden Railway, you can buy the Orient Express. But you can't buy anything with American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
I was blown away when my dentist told me I had tartar. Doctor, I said, I use regular baking soda toothpaste. My teeth feel clean. Jakey said, it's not enough. Use Tartar Control Crest with baking soda, and your teeth will be cleaner.
Now you can get the clean feeling of baking soda and proven tartar control from Crest in a toothpaste that prevents tartar better than regular baking soda toothpaste.
So I brushed with Tartar Control Crest with baking soda, and my next visit's great. I finally cleaned up my act.
A smart choice from the Dentist's Choice.
Mr. Clint Black. Ernie Keebler. Yes, sir. We heard how much you liked our Wheatables, so I brought you a box. Come on. Oh, my. The Wheatables.
Wheatables? Yeah.
Some crackers. Catch the unbeatable Wheatables Country Tour. See stores for exciting offers.
We're back. Hope you'll tune in Monday. Robert Englund will be here. The one and only Freddy Krueger. I'm getting out your later letter here, written by David Brenner to you last night. Can you give us one line from Lost in America with Albert Brooks, one of my favorite films of all time?
I like Santa Claus. Don't make fun of Santa Claus.
I love, he says, I'm a big fan of yours, and you said, oh, screw it, we don't have time. Dear Garry, how often did you wear the leather bondage clothes from Exit to Eden? Love, David Brenner.
I had to wait in line to wear it. All the people on the movie want to wear it. I'm going to wear it, I think, Halloween. I get a shot.
Are you? Well, we'll look forward to that. Okay. Garry, good luck with the movie. That's Steve. Thanks for coming by.
Wayne Newton. Is that the line?
Wayne Newton. Wayne Newton. That's it. That's it. See you tomorrow, everybody. Monday.
Later on Nightside, jury...
Do you have something appropriate? Well, no.